I'm happily married. Everything at home is good. However, well, not however, but I finished my bachelor's and now I'm doing my master's at Lynn University for clinical psychology. But when it comes to presentations, I am a nervous wreck. My hands start sweating, my stomach turns, and I become very nauseous. I can't concentrate. It's like everything that I learned the night before, I forget. And even when I try to compose myself and I start speaking, I feel like the people in the room are judging me, or perhaps that they don't understand what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Continue, I'm sorry.
There was this instance where I was speaking, or trying to speak at least, and one of my classmates chuckled or laughed, I can't even remember right now, but it made my stomach turn so bad that I wanted to throw up. It made me that nervous. So I would like to overcome this because I do understand that more presentations are to come with my program.
I would assume so, yes. And you feel that this would impact you negatively in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These symptoms of anxiety and the nausea and the turning in the stomach and the lack of concentration, do you have these symptoms anywhere else, or is it only when you're presenting in front of the class?
It's only when I'm presenting, which is very weird.
Okay.
At first I thought that I was just crazy because the first time it happened, but maybe I just thought it was me, or maybe the topic that I wasn't too confident about. The second time, I for sure knew that it was it because it happened again.
Mm-hmm.
And I even studied more, and I was even more confident. Of course, not in front of a group of people, but I was confident about the material. And now the third one's coming up, and I'm really freaking out, so I need to get some help. So that's why I'm here.
How long ago, let me rephrase the question, when did you start your master's program?
A year ago.
Last year?
Mm-hmm.
So since that time you've given 3 presentations?
2. I'm going on my 3rd one in a little bit, and
Okay.
I just need to make sure that I'm prepared, or at least try to be more prepared in front of my classmates.
Okay. And I just want to make sure that I'm getting this correctly. You said that it only happens when you're presenting. You don't feel these symptoms of anxiety when you're out, let's say with your husband or in public or anything? No?
No.
Only presenting.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't have any of these symptoms when you were in your undergraduate program?
No, I didn't have to do a presentation, so it's something new, I guess.
Okay. Nicole, why don't you tell me a little something about your family?
Well, like I told you before, I'm happy at home with my husband. We rent a house in Miami. We're financially stable, so that's not even an issue. Mm-hmm. Growing up, my parents were very happy people. They raised me right. They no like abuse of any kind. I have 3 siblings, and
brothers, sisters?
Brothers, and I'm the oldest one. We have a good relationship, nothing, I mean, of course, when you're young, you fight with your brother about a toy, but that's about it, nothing crazy. And now we have a great relationship, so I don't understand why this is a problem, because my parents and my family, we were good.
Mm-hmm. No history of mental illness in the family?
No.
Any history of substance or drug abuse or alcohol abuse? Nothing like that? Okay, let's not get too far off topic. So, essentially, the reason why you're coming in is to discuss these problems related to your presentations and the anxiety provoked in these presentations, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's always helpful, I think, that we can put a number to scale where this anxiety is for you. So on a scale of from 1 to 10, with 1 being none at all, 10 being severe, how would you describe your anxiety while you're presenting in school?
For sure, 10.
It's a 10.
Yes,
On a
I'm
scale of 1 to
nauseous
10.
and I just want to throw up in front of the podium. It's just embarrassing.
Okay. And on the same scale, 1 being none at all, 10 being really bad, how's your anxiety level right now?
3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Mm-hmm. I am a little nervous or anxious, you could say.
I think it's normal to feel like that, considering this is your first time in therapy. You might feel a little uncertain or ambivalent about it. And I think those feelings are normal. And I'm going to try to do everything in my power to prevent that ambivalence from continuing so that you feel more comfortable in session. Okay. What would you say are your strengths?
Well, I could say that my strengths
As a person, psychologically.
would be like, I'm really good at like organizing and planning stuff ahead. I'm also very cautious of pretty much like making a scenario and thinking of what's gonna happen for each one.
I'm sorry, but being able to plan outcomes?
Yeah, like
okay.
like ahead. I always think ahead, like, oh, what's gonna happen if I don't know something, and I always think about the outcomes of stuff. So, and I would also say that I'm really good at overcoming things. Like whenever I see a problem, I try my best to overcome it in whatever way that I can.
So in that sense,
Reason why I'm here.
Oh yes. So in that sense, you would consider yourself to be resilient,
Yeah.
being able to overcome adversity.
For sure.
And Nicole, how would you describe your weaknesses, if any?
I would say that my biggest weakness is overthinking. I think that also has to do with why I get so nervous, because I'm overthinking what people are thinking, which I don't even know why I do, but because you can't think for them. But I'm always thinking about what are they thinking? Are they judging me? Am I doing this correctly? Are they understanding what I'm saying? And yeah, I think that's my biggest weakness, that I overthink things.
Okay. Any other weaknesses that you want to mention?
No, I think that's it.
Well, I think that overthinking component definitely ties into the presentations and the anxiety ensued when you have those presentations, because being in front of a classroom and overthinking might contribute to some of those symptoms of anxiety. So, Nicole, before we wrap up, because like I said, this is very different than the rest of the other sessions, I just want to ask, do you have any questions regarding what's going to happen from here on, or anything that we talked about in this session?
No.
No? The next sessions, we're going to collaboratively come to a decision on what direction we want to take your treatment. I have some ideas right now. Your problem is, what you came here for is not that uncommon, and it can be treated. But I just want to say that the next session is going to be a little different, okay? I think that concludes our session for today, for the sake of this exercise. I only have 20 minutes right now, and